Welcome back to the Why So Series podcast. Brandon and Mike and Devin are back with Stephanie and Reese. And you just heard the music. We
Big
are
Mike.
back.
Don't forget about
Oh, I
Big Mike.
forgot Big Mike. My bad.
Can't forget Big Mike.
He's been gone for so long, you know. You shouldn't have left you without a dope beat
That's
to step
true.
to. You know, whatever. Isn't that how it goes?
That is how
That's how it goes, right? But we're back for another MCU review. Today we are reviewing the recently released film of Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes when Earth is caught in the middle of a galactic war between two alien races. Directed by Annan Bolden, starring Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and many, many, many more people. So we'll start with the ladies. Steph was just on the show, so we'll start with Reese. Reese, what did you think of this film overall?
I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. Well, I thought it would be good anyway. I didn't think it would be bad. So, it met most of my expectations. So, and it got me excited for Endgame. So, it was great. I loved it. I saw it twice, so of course I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'm going back to see it too this week. Steph, what'd you think?
I really, really liked it. I kind of went into this the same way I went into Guardians of the Galaxy, not really knowing like the backstory on the character, but I definitely went into this going, oh, I know I'm gonna, at this point in time, I know if it's a Marvel movie, it's going to be good. So I'm like, it's going to be good. So it doesn't even matter that I'm not exactly sure what's going to be going on. But I was pleasantly surprised that I definitely enjoyed it more than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
See, look at Stephanie being problematic. She got to put the two women movies up against each other. Typical.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Aquaman.
Typical.
No, Aquaman was fantastic. Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't know why that outburst occurred.
Chile. Chile.
Ladies,
Big
he
Mike.
has a Triton.
Big Mike hasn't been around a long time since the last MCU review. So, Big Mike, what'd you think?
Yeah, first off, I'm going to say sorry I haven't been on in a long time. I missed you guys. Good to be back. Good to be talking about some of these awesome movies. I really liked the movie. I feel like, not saying it was, not meaning this in a bad way, but it kind of didn't live up to the expectations, mostly because I think the expectations that I personally had on it were like, this is Captain Marvel. She's like the most powerful out of pretty much everyone. Like, she's going to be the savior against Thanos and is going to be this like crazy, insane superhero. And she was. Like, she's obviously incredibly powerful. She's incredibly strong. And I really enjoyed the movie, but I feel like the movie had that, like, glow of this is going to be, like, the savior for everyone. And I don't think the quality of the movie really kind of lived up to that. But I guess that's kind of a impossible expectation to live up to. But that being said, I really liked the movie. I think it was really well made. Brie Larson was great in it. Pretty much everyone that was in it was awesome, and I think it was just like a really, really, really solid all-around movie.
Okay, Mike, what about you?
Yeah, me and Big Mike saw it together, and I agree. It was really, really good. We were actually talking about this right after. There's 20 movies now, so you can do top 10 and bottom 10, and it obviously cracks the top 10 for me,
Yes.
and I think Big Mike too.
I think I put it at 11.
Did you put 11?
A very rough breakdown for me. I think it was right on the border between 10 and 11.
Okay,
It
give
was-
me.
I mean,
give
it
me
was
two.
good,
But
Give
I
me
think that
two.
just
Give me your
speaks to
two.
how good that top 10 really is.
Give me
That
your
is true. That's
your
all
two.
true.
Give me your 9 and your 9 and your 8, sir.
What?
Here,
Hold on,
your
let me
eight.
pull it up.
He made a list. He made a list on
I
his
made a
phone.
list. A very rough list.
It's easier to pick the top 10 and the bottom 10. It's easier to do that than it is to actually order them. I
Yeah.
know what the bottom 10 are and I know what the top 10 are, but it's hard to order them.
Yeah, like the 4, like the 8 to 11, 8 to 12 range can really fluctuate really based on how I'm feeling that day. But those 4 are Thor Ragnarok, Guardians 2, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel.
Okay,
Like
no,
those
that's cool.
have
That's
a
cool.
pretty, they're very, very tight. It's a very tight race.
I remember, it cracked my top 10 because I thought I enjoyed it more than Doctor Strange. I don't know why. I don't like. It was Doctor Strange was not a bad movie at all.
I love Doctor Strange. I thought it was
I
great.
did
I think I remember at the time, Doctor Strange had come out like right after Civil War, I think, and then at that point you're just so used to seeing all these team up movies that the solo one almost seemed boring. But this one wasn't boring because you also had other like super, like you had Fury and but you also had like aliens, like you had a lot going on to distract you from the fact that the other characters weren't there. But it definitely was. I think it was like it was in either 8, 9, or 10. I forget, but it was my top 10. I liked it a lot, though. I thought she did great, and I love watching the numbers go up and watching all the people in the comment section try and come up with less and less convincing, or less and less like true or accurate reasons why this movie is doing good, ranging from a ton of ridiculous excuses like Disney's buying reviews to they're not getting their free speech because they're not the majority, but they're the loudest. So you know how it goes. It's just it was great. I liked it.
Devin, what'd you think?
We got all the Sam Jackson we needed, and I loved every fucking second of it. God damn, that man's good.
Loved it.
Yeah, that's what Big Mike's
That's
a
so
big
good.
Sam Jackson fan. What'd you think of
Big
pseudo
Sam
young
Jackson
Sam
fan.
Jackson? They
The
made
only
him-
person that loves Sam Jackson more than Big Mike is Charmaine.
It's Charmaine,
from-
yes, that's
Right.
correct.
Oh gosh,
That's
that's
true.
her daddy.
All right, so
I love
Devin
Sam
loved it.
Jackson.
I loved the film as well. Thought it was very good, especially given the fact that I read like 100 issues of Captain Marvel, like leading up to the movie. for the
Can I stop you
podcast.
for a second? My cousin Brandon Carr went on the Blurred Comics?
Yeah.
Blurred Comics, and gave a goddamn dissertation about Captain Marvel that will have you ready to go see this movie again. I was so proud of you, Brandon. Like, yo, you were an amazing podcaster. You need to know that right
No, I'm
now.
not.
You're amazing.
On to the next
You
one.
are. You are.
So, a lot of people before the film were worried. Well, not a lot of people. The assholes were worried or making jokes about Brie Larson being Captain Marvel. Reese, what'd you think about her portrayal of Carol?
She was great. I really liked her a lot. I liked her and Sam Jackson a lot. Like their whole buddy cop thing was really good. So yeah, she was really. I don't know why anybody. She's a freaking Academy Award winner. Why were I don't understand why anybody was worried.
Oh, you know why?
You
know why they were mad? It was because I saw. The most common comments I saw were pictures of her butt, and they were like, "You want to let flat ass Brie Larson or like that's what you're mad about? That's what you're complaining about? All right, so I disregard all those already because that has nothing to do with the plot of the movie, okay, or really anything for that matter. The other one was she made a comment that was horribly. I think I read what she said, and as a straight white male, I did not feel like it. You had all these people on there that were like, I can't see the movie now because I'm a white guy, and she doesn't want straight white men to see this movie. I read the comment,
Which is
I
not
did
what
not
she
feel-
That's
said.
not what she said.
I know what I'm saying. I read the comment, and I did not feel at all like I was targeted or that I was not supposed. This movie was not for me. I was
wanna know
like,
why,
all right,
Mike?
good.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because you're not really a white guy. Just admit it.
Mike
Half a
is a
big.
white guy, and he went and saw the movie.
Half a
with me,
big
though.
is in
I mean,
that building.
It's not full,
Mike's a white guy.
but,
Yeah, Big
Wait,
Mike is the
I
white
like how
guy.
he didn't
Big
say,
Mike is
no,
the
not
white guy.
really. He just
Yeah,
like,
Big
well,
Mike.
Big Mike's a
he
white
didn't say
guy.
no. I'm really a white guy. No, this guy over here, he's really white.
He's really
So-
a white guy.
I'm
Ken
half
confirmed.
white. I'm half white, but he's all white. But
Ken confirmed.
like, okay, there are a lot of bad white people in this world. Big
Oh, Mike. Okay.
I'm just saying. There was also though.
We're losing
Also,
subscribers.
there
right
were a
now.
lot of I mean,
Okay, Mike.
this
we
is
know
not
what you're trying
important
to
really,
say.
I guess. But there were
Okay, Mike. Okay.
there were also. You
What
get
else?
it?
Okay, I get
Keep
it. I
going.
get it.
Keep going. Keep going.
I get it, Mike.
Oh no. All I'm saying is that they're
The
just
white
like
dudes, the
they're
white dudes were mad because she said they needed to be more representation in the critics' room. That's what she said.
But they're still they were just the loudest because I saw a lot of white dudes up in there like, shut up, this is ridiculous, just go, don't see it then if you're gonna complain, like the rest of
Right.
us are gonna go enjoy it.
And they were right
Like,
because it made
they're just the loud-
$150 million.
Yeah, They're just the loud ones. I mean, there were all kinds of people in my theater, white guy, everybody. You know what I mean? Like people, if you're a fan of Marvel and you're in this for, you're invested this much and you're gonna see this movie. Like they haven't made a bad movie since what? Like, I mean, I wouldn't,
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3,
They
Thor 2,
haven't
maybe.
made-
Like
okay, here's the thing.
The
They haven't
Hulk.
No, they haven't made a.
no, the Hulk was not bad.
They haven't made
I mean,
a
to
bad.
be fair, Thor 2 isn't terrible, but it's not.
Well,
I
Just
love
strong.
Ragnarok. It's a fun
no,
movie.
that's-
No,
that's
Thor
the-
2.
Too.
Oh yeah,
By
that's
comparison,
Dark
they
World.
haven't made.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot to live up to, right?
Yeah,
So they haven't
okay,
made a
here's
bad
the thing.
movie, but
Here's
their
the thing
their
about
movies
that.
have. I haven't not enjoyed a Marvel movie since maybe Thor 2, and I still enjoyed it when I saw it. You know what I mean?
Here's the
Like,
thing.
so it
They
doesn't really
haven't
compare.
made a bad movie, like an actual bad. So you're judge the Marvel movies. You judge against all the other Marvel movies. But
Exactly.
If you judge them on like films, like they haven't made a bad film. Like there's no Green Lantern in this collection.
correct.
There isn't. There is no
No.
Green Lantern in this collection. There's no Suicide Squad in this.
There's no
collection, for
Batman
that
v
matter.
Superman in this.
Yeah, I can compare Batman v Superman to like Thor: Dark World.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
but
Thor: The
Thor:
Dark World was
still
definitely the
better.
first one they made.
I think
It's
so.
still better. So
And you know what? I finally saw Ant-Man and the Wasp. I still haven't seen the first Ant-Man, but I really, really enjoyed
It was good,
Ant-Man
right?
and the Wasp.
okay.
They're
Paul
funny,
Rudd
but
the
see,
star.
those are both in my bottom 10. They're both in my bottom 10, both of them. I like them, but then they're funny, but I feel like they have no rewatch value, and they also just like,
Mm.
I mean, they're just kind of there.
Okay.
Like they're not significant.
I like.
You
the
know,
first
I don't know, I
Ant-Man
mean-
a lot.
So do I.
Big Mike, did you know a lot about Captain Marvel before you went and saw this movie?
Pretty much nothing. So I went in pretty much with a blank slate, kind of like what I do with every other movie, but
Yay!
nonetheless, I really enjoyed it.
So after watching the film, do you think you have an understanding of her character? Do you think they get a good job of developing her character?
I'd say a decent job. I still don't quite understand what her powers are. Like I know what they do, but I like just the fact that she got them from that explosion from the energy, like the energy engine that they
It's
made.
like he possessed a
Like
nuclear
it,
bomb.
and it just kind of, yeah. I don't really quite understand what they are,
So her
but
powers
like
are,
I think
so,
it explains it enough.
so she's a Kree, a half Kree. So she's got
Yeah.
like super strength
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And then she has photon blasters, which are the things that come out of her hand. And then they kind of explored this in the film, but this is the part they didn't say explicitly. But she has absorbing powers. So basically, she can absorb energy and then redirect it. So that's what happens when she gets like glowing and stuff.
Okay,
Oh.
I didn't realize
I
that.
had a problem with that
Yeah.
though. I had a problem with that because if she absorbed it, then there's a finite amount of energy inside of her, and technically, and I don't think this is what they're gonna do in the movies, but
No. Listen.
technically, the more she would use it, the less, like, the faster she would run out of it.
No,
If
Mike,
she's just
Mike,
a con.
you're missing it. The photon blasters and stuff are in her. That's her energy that she can produce. At least the way they're doing it in the film. The absorption of energy is something separate from that. So, for example, like in the comic books, so like Monica Rambeau, who's in this film, is Spectrum in the comic books, and she can turn into pure energy. So she can turn into like microwaves or gamma rays or electricity or any type of energy. She can convert her body into that. So there's this one time they're fighting this big robot thing that they can't beat, and Carol's like, "Why don't I absorb you?" So Monica turns into pure electricity, and then Carol absorbs all that energy inside of her and then shoots it out at the enemy. So if there's energy, any type of energy around her, she can absorb it. So if she's connected to something electronic, she can suck all the electricity out of it, and then that becomes energy she can redirect. Similar to how, if you remember on Black Panther, when Shuri made the new suit, and then every time he got hit, it got purple, and it would absorb a certain amount of purple, then it would let it go. That's essentially
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta let it go at some point, though. That's my point.
Yeah, that's what happens when she glows up like that, and it's like she's going Super Saiyan. In the comic books, it's called going binary, which was her name at one time.
Okay, well then, all I'm saying is, if that's the case, I agree with Big Mike in the sense that they could have explained that a little more.
They
Because
I thought she was just going
Super Saiyan or something.
They didn't explain.
Like that was the other thing too was like they never like in Shield, right? When Daisy gets in Coulson, right? They explain why their blood is blue now and like what they did. And I think it's assumed that when she crashed and she was picked up by that guy.
She had a blue nosebleed. What are you talking about?
They did explain it in the movie. They said that
she has the blue blood, but they didn't.
Oh, did they say she has his blood?
Yeah, they said she has his blood.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
He definitely revealed that he gave her a blood transfusion. He did.
Yeah, because she has clear blood running through her veins. Yeah, they said that. Yeah. So, but you're right. The part about the absorbent, they did a small scene where it was like something electronic, and then she sucked the electricity out of it.
Pretty much her like the energy from the engine.
Yeah, it was something that she did, but
absorbed it, and she became Miss Marvel from absorbing that.
But she's like, yeah, she's ridiculous. In the movie, she's ridiculously powerful.
When she became Miss Marvel, when she had her coming out moment.
In the comic book, she's even more powerful than this.
Yes.
But in the movie, she's still probably her and Thor are probably the two most powerful characters we got, I would say.
So far, yeah.
Also, I've been saying this for a while now. Before I saw this movie, or before any of the like stuff about this movie came out, I wanted the person to finish Thanos in Endgame to be Thor because I thought he was the most deserving of it. But now I almost want it to be Captain Marvel just to see all the people in the comment section.
Yes, just so people can get mad. I'm for that. Stephanie, what'd you think?
I wanted it to be Thor, but yeah, never mind. I said it.
Get out of here. Stephanie, what'd you think of Maria Rambeau and Monica Rambeau and Lashana Lynch and Akira Akbar?
So here's the thing. I am very spoiled by the lighting of Moonlight, and if Beale Street could talk,
it was terrible.
I'm very jealous of that lighting of black people.
Amazing.
So I loved all the melanated goodness that was the Rambos. I kind of wish they had better lighting.
Yes.
Oh, because she looked dusty as fuck, didn't she?
She
kind of ashy.
Kind of ashy. Monica glowed because she's an adorable little girl with dimples.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm loving this lead-in to Monica because this took place in the 90s, and now you're fast-forwarding to 2019 with the Avengers. So I'm like, are we going to get grown up?
Fucking amazing. Spectrum.
So I'm like,
amazing.
So is Monica Spectrum?
Yeah, Monica was Captain Marvel first.
Yeah.
And then she was Photon, and then she was Pulsar. And then,
so what? Wait a minute. Who was Maria Rambeau?
Maria Rambeau is just her mom.
Oh, okay. Because I understand that she was a character too. That's why I was like very confused.
She was in the comic books, but she was just in the comic books as her mom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Her daughter is 100% Riri Williams.
No, her daughter is Spectrum. What's wrong with you, Mike?
Never mind, I was wrong.
What the fuck are you talking about, Mike?
Wait a minute. Hey.
Where the fuck did he come from with that?
Come on.
See, Mike's with all look alike.
He was with the shits because he been drinking.
No.
They all look alike.
Look here. Drunk Mike is, we got Big Mike and Drunk Mike. So Drunk Mike is having a moment.
See, this is how I catch Mike in his lies. This is how I know Mike didn't do the goddamn
You know what? Nope.
For the podcast.
Mike can't be lying because he's not whispering.
I told Mike
like Roberts.
No,
I told Mike to
the only line in that movie that gave me an indication of that was when Captain Marvel was leaving, and she was like, "Maybe I'll just build a ship or something to come see you." And I'm like,
Mike,
"Yep, that's for you."
I told you to read the Ultimates and read Miss I told you to read. There was a whole section on our podcast about Monica Rambeau, a whole section. So you would have known Monica Rambeau was a superhero. See? So
I knew that.
So
no, I knew about Monica Rambeau. I'm talking about her daughter.
Her daughter's name is Monica Rambeau. What the fuck's wrong with you?
She's
Maria.
I
thought her friend was Monica Rambeau.
No, her friend is Maria. Let's see. You make us look like amateurs.
God damn it. You're saying fucking names that are fucking not matching up, Michael.
Her mom's name was Maria Rambeau. They said Maria 8,000 times in the movie. And her daughter's name is Monica.
Oh my God. It's like Reese and I are the kids and you guys are the parents and we're just looking at you guys like, oh my God, stop fighting. Mom and Dad, please.
Mike, you're on timeout.
It's your fault, goddamn. It's your fault we're getting a divorce. It's your fault.
Mike is on timeout. Reese, what'd you think about the de-aging of Samuel L. Jackson and Clark Gregg?
Samuel L. Jackson was really good. Clark Gregg,
Not so
not
much.
that much. No,
Not so much.
yeah,
But he
he
don't look
he
that old
looked.
now. He looked the
Yeah,
same.
he looked kind of the same to me. Clark Gregg did. Samuel L. Jackson was really good though.
So good.
It's probably the hair that made him look so young though.
I
I
don't know that
think.
skin. Whatever they
Haven't
did to
seen him
the
with
skin.
hair in a
And
long
that
time.
skin was not that good. I'm like, I don't know what kind of skin routine he had in the future, but he need to, you know,
You
he
didn't
was
like his
not
skin?
with the shits.
What if they gave him like the Jerry curl?
For
Oh,
Pulp Fiction,
That would have
the
been
Pulp
so
Fiction
good.
one.
Yeah, if they gave him the Pulp Fiction Jerry curl,
everything.
that might have been the greatest movie of all time.
all time. Because he would have had to do some dictation. He would have had to speak from the Bible or some Ezekiel shit. I needed all that. If he had the Jerry curl, I needed all that.
So, Big Mike, what'd you think about? I'm just going around with everybody, and then you can just everybody else can jump in. Big Mike, what'd you think about the villains of this film?
Who were the villains?
I think that was probably my favorite part of the movie because
Okay.
like the first half of the movie, I just couldn't get it out of my brain. Like, wait, like aren't the Creed like the bad guys? Like, isn't this? Or isn't there a?
The Kree
Oh
are
no,
trash.
I thought the Skrull was the bad
the
guys
Kree
too.
are trash human beings. I mean, crash beings. They are just pure shit, pure and utter shit. So like, Marvel. So you know how the woman. This is a spoiler review. So you know how the woman was revealed to be Marvel. So in the comic books, Marvel was the original Captain Marvel. Was a guy, and he was basically like Kree Jesus. He was like the
Drop
best.
that knowledge.
Who did?
Drop that
Creatures.
knowledge. Come on.
He was basically like the best thing ever, and he ended up dying. He was a Kree that stayed on Earth, and he was like, I really like Earth, so I'm gonna stay here and like control the planet. And so he got labeled a traitor by the Kree. And so when he died, like all the superheroes came to his funeral. He died of cancer, by the way. It's a really emotional book. But all the superheroes came to his funeral. All like the Skrulls, who like the Kree hate, the Skrulls sent like their general, and he was like, Marvel, you're like the greatest warrior against the Skrulls ever. Like we give you this medal of honor, blah 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 blah. So like everyone in the universe came to his funeral except the Kree. They were partying when they found out he died because the Kree are trash.
Back. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
Mike hit it with his foot.
Yeah, so you didn't. So did you like the Skrulls, Big Mike?
I did, yeah. I mean, like I said, like I was trying to say before we got cut off, I was like, the Kree are supposed to be these bad guys. At least they were, like in the Guardians movies, and that's kind of the impression that I had. Then when I see the Skrulls, I'm like these are obviously the bad guys of the movie. But that like plot twist in the middle was like probably my favorite part of the movie. Just kind of showing there's two sides to every story, and like. It kind of gives you that perspective. Like these guys are just trying to find a home. Like their country, their planet was invaded. They're trying to find their own identity. So I really liked what they did there.
All right. Devin, what'd you think about the Kree and the Skrulls?
I kind of knew a little bit about it because I watched the animated series, The Avengers. But the Skrull definitely threw me for a loop. I did not want to feel for them, and I did.
Yeah, did that trick you, Reese or Stephanie? Did you guys think the Skrulls were going to be bad guys too?
So when I first watched this, I was like, Cree, why does that sound familiar? And after I watched this movie, I went back and watched Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I was
Okay.
like, when I saw Ronan, I went, wait, he's a bad guy. What is going on? Like, this doesn't make
Yeah,
any
but-
sense.
I think the Kree have like a civilized. Well, it's not civilized. It's like an extremist home world, but they don't like. They're not. All, I think Ronan is like a terrorist. I think.
No.
And-
Ronan is trash. All the Kree are trash.
Oh yeah, Ronan is super trash.
But the Skrulls are not great. Are not like maybe
Trying to survive,
maybe
they're refugees, Michael.
Well, the Skrulls are trash too. But,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but the
Because
Skrulls-
they did the whole invasion.
Yes, they did a secret invasion. Yes, the Skrulls are trash, but they're also more noble than the Kree.
And they're refugees, goddamn it.
And
they're
some of so
refugees.
and in the story they're telling on here, they're refugees. However, they did leave it up so that there's going to be some bad Skrulls that we see. That's going to happen.
Oh, without question.
Like we're going to see some. I actually think they're going to do secret invasion personally.
I hope they do.
I
'Cause
love
it's
them
a
to
great story because you never know what hero is a Skrull or the real hero. So that's great.
But
Yes.
the Kree are trash, but they're not all like Ronan. Because remember when Nova Prime contacted the leader of the the Kree, and he obviously knew what Ronan was doing, but he was like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no. We've told him he was wrong, so that's all we need to do." But like, they're not all like Ronan, but they're terrible. But I'm saying like, yeah, they're never mind. I don't know if what I'm saying makes any
Yeah, I
sense.
don't know what the hell you're saying.
My God.
What'd you think about the action scenes, Steph?
I thought they were pretty good, considering that I didn't know what the heck was going to be happening. Because I was like, what is she going to do? Because I'm like, I'm like, all I know, she flies and she glows. That's all I knew. And I'm like, what's going to happen? I'm like, oh, okay, she's pretty badass. And here come Jude Law being Jude Law.
Okay.
But Jude Law in a green suit, that's all. I still want to ride his face.
I love the Mohawk helmet. It's the dopest thing. It's like the
Yeah,
best
I love that too.
It's the best costume.
Movie, she didn't do it, and it made me kind of mad.
She did do it.
No, she waited a long time before she put it on. Like, I feel like she could have
Oh.
suffocated before, because she was in space for a while without it on.
Well, when she's all glowed up like that,
When
she
she's
can-
binary, yeah.
Yeah, she can survive in space for a little while. All right. So let's talk about a few more things. Reese, what was your favorite scene in the film?
Favorite scene. I can't. Go to somebody else. I can't think of what my favorite scene was.
Go to somebody
Brandon,
else.
how do you feel like they link these movies together, like as far as the cat
How
and?
you ask another question
I'm
without
a-
answering it?
Cause goddamn it, you said move on. Shit, I'm
She
trying to.
said go.
deflect.
No, she
I'm
said pick
deflecting.
somebody else to
deflecting,
pick a
goddammit.
favorite
What's your
scene.
favorite scene?
Definitely the cat. That's my favorite shit.
Oh, the cat. Yeah.
Cause it ties everything together.
The flirting.
But would it kill them to throw in one motherfucker when he got scratched? Come on, man.
They
Hello?
almost had it at the end of Infinity War. In the
I know,
after credits
He better, when he reappears, he better finish that sentence.
scene. that would be good.
It's
That would
Like
be
he
good.
won't.
It's PG-13,
He
right?
won't?
You were allowed one non-sexual fuck
Yes. You can say
in
one
a
in
PG-13 movie, so
Look
you
at Big
can
Mike
throw
knowing
in a
rules.
motherfucker. Those are the rules.
I feel like the mother part makes it sexual, though.
Okay,
I don't care.
that's weird.
But he already said mother in one movie, so he said mother, and then he's got to reappear and be like, fuck her. Oh, shit. I'm back.
All right, that's not a bad
Send the
idea.
bill to me. I'll
So
take
I
care
was
of it.
mad because he said he lost his eye to somebody he trusted.
He
So
did.
like I was
Okay,
mad.
so this is another thing I saw the dude bro saying, how they ruined the continuity. His eye went bad in the car when he had the scroll impersonating Coulson. That's when he got his eye messed up.
Really?
No, I didn't. I feel like that it was a cut
scratch.
above the eye,
Yeah.
and I felt like they were, and he had blood in his eye, but I felt like that it was like, they were trying to trick everybody into thinking like, oh, this is where he lost his eye because he keeps getting those like hurt right there, and then he finally gets the scratch across the eye by Goose, and that's what like
Right,
really
because
takes his
it had
eye
to
out
be like
because
some infection or something, right? Because like, or you think
I don't know if I don't know what it is, but Goose
'Cause he's
got
like, that shit looks
the
bad.
magic claws.
Because Goose is a terrifying alien.
A flirkin.
A flirting. Yeah,
That was
flirting.
so funny. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Goose is my favorite. That's my favorite
He stole
part.
the movie.
Goose. Anything that has to do with Goose, I love it.
Did you see Digimon Hansu stuff?
Wait, the what?
I love that y'all call him Digimon.
Digimon.
His name is Jaimon.
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna smack you.
Yes, it is.
I was
No,
like,
it isn't.
wait, how did we switch to the Digimon movie?
Digimon-
What
Me
Digimon
too, Steph. I
happened?
was with you. I was definitely with you because I don't know what the fuck you
Digimon
talking about.
Hansu.
Don't do Jaimon like that. He want free.
Okay.
Damn, it got real.
Yes,
You
because
ever
when I
notice
saw him,
that-
I went, wait.
They brought this up on the
Wait.
Black Guy Tips like 4 years ago. But did you ever notice that every movie he's in, he never has the last name?
Yo, I don't even know what his first name in this movie was.
Korath.
Okay.
Look, I'm looking at
Who
his.
are we
I'm
talking
looking at
about?
his. I'm looking at his IMDb. He was Sumo, Bosley, Wizard, Korath, Duke, Drago.
Damn.
Oh, here's one. Denver Moore. Then Bedivere, Cartwright.
Wait, he had a whole name in Beauty Shop
On Beauty. He was on Beauty Shop. That old ass music.
with Queen Latifah.
No, we know what you're talking about, but
No, he wasn't. He's just Joe.
Damn. See, you try to get him. Steph.
Damn,
You
really?
You was
Yeah.
caping for that man. You was out here caping
I
for that
thought
man.
he had a whole name. I thought he
One
introduced his
name,
whole name.
motherfucker. God damn.
Always
Damn
got
it.
one name.
Shoot.
See.
One
I was
name
trying to
bandit.
help.
That's what he
The
is.
more you know. All right. Big Mike and Mike, what did you two think about the after credit scene?
Which one? I
The
love
first
both
one.
of them.
Hold on, there was two of them.
Yeah, there were two.
Damn, I left.
There was two of them.
The
Damn
first
it.
one.
How'd you miss it?
Well, the first one is like important for the continuity, and then the second one is just funny. So like you probably
Okay,
good.
so what'd you think about the first one?
It was awesome. I mean, it gets the hype up. It puts it there. You know, like like that was the last piece we needed before we can go see Endgame, and now we're ready. I guess I liked it. I guess it was just a little anticlimactic for me because I feel like everyone kind of assumed that's what was going to happen. Like the end of Infinity War, she gets called. Everyone knows that they're going to call her. They're not going to show her like fighting Thanos or anything. It's not.
Well, no, I know. I wasn't expecting that, but it was just. I just felt it was very short and like a little predictable. But it did build up the hype. Like, oh shit, everyone's here.
He's also
We're
saying
about
that
to get this done.
He's also saying that because I predicted the post-credit scene, and it happened word for word exactly the way I predicted.
Oh, my
Sure.
goodness.
Oh Lord, here we go. Mike Williams.
I'm just a genius and an expert though, so it's okay. You know, I'm just
All
kidding,
right,
guys.
so we're gonna score this movie, then we're gonna have a few in-game related questions. So, okay, so two things. What is the score of this movie, and around where do you rate it related to the other MCU movies? We'll start with Stephanie.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
What do you score this film out of 10, and how do you rate it comparative to the other movies? Like, is it in your top 5, your top 10? How do you rate it?
Oh gosh, and there's so many. I would give Captain Marvel a 4.8 because I'm fair.
No, out of 10.
Out of 10, Seth. Out of
Oh.
10. God
Oh,
damn.
wow.
9.8. Sorry.
Okay,
I thought you
9.8.
said all I heard was 5, and so I was thinking like 5. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Where I would rank it, definitely top 10.
Okay. Mike.
Easy out, Steph. Easy out.
I give it a 8.5 out of 10. Definitely cracks my top 10, and I enjoyed it. I don't really have any real problems with it, other than some things could have been explained just a little bit more. But again, those are like nitpicky things, and I overall enjoyed it a lot.
All right, Big Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.7. I really liked it. I didn't think there was pretty much anything really wrong with it. I think this kind of sets like the new standard of the MC movies going forward. Like, I don't think Marvel has established themselves enough now where you're not going to get another Thor Dark World or in my case an Iron Man 3. Like, you're not going to get those like kind of misses. This is kind of like, not that it's the new floor, but it does set that standard. I'm pretty confident in my ranking of like a 10, 11-ish. I really am like pretty confident in the movies that I have above it. So I think it sits pretty well right around 10 or 11.
Okay. Reese, what about you?
I'll give it an 8. And as far as where it rates, I think it's in my top 10. Like, I don't rank stuff like that. So, yeah, but it's definitely in the upper half of the ones that I like. I don't hate any of the Marvel movies though. So, but yeah, 8, and it's in like top 10-ish, 12-ish or something like that. I've seen it twice. So, I paid to see it twice. So I've already paid like $30, over $30 to see this movie.
My movie ticket was
I liked
$4.95, yo.
What?
I paid $25 for my tickets to
Y'all
see the
tripping.
night.
Oh,
and
y'all
I'm not
tripping.
upset.
I paid $24 only because I bought my best friend's tickets too. So
Oh,
my
okay.
ticket was
Good
$12.
for you.
And
Good for you.
Well,
I won a contest,
Did
so
you
I'm
go
going to
to
get a
Towson?
Captain Marvel package. I'm so
What?
excited.
Did you
What
go see it
contest
at
you win?
Towson?
Say what?
Did you go to Towson?
No, I went to Flagship Cinema,
Okay.
and so it's in East Point, and so it's a smaller
you went
theater,
to
but
the
they
hood.
it's a chain, and so they did a contest where you have to do a selfie with your ticket stub, and they'll send you a Captain Marvel packet. I already won Bumblebee, so now I'm gonna win Captain Marvel. I don't know what they're gonna send me. I'm so excited.
Devin, what about you?
We got Sam Jackson. Anytime you get Sam Jackson on the screen, cutting jokes. Clark Gregg was great as Coulson with the little Easter eggs he left behind was great. We saw black women on TV. I mean, on the screen, that was great. Maria and Monica were great, and it was just a good time. But I don't know. It's definitely in my top 10. I put it in my top 5 because I enjoyed it, and we got Sam Jackson being.
What's your score?
Oh, definitely. 9. We'll go 9. We'll go solid 9.
All right, yeah, I give this an 8.5. A very enjoyable movie. Great intro to the character. I expect 2 to be even more action packed and crazy.
You think it's gonna be a 2 and not just another? It's gonna be a 2. What would she be doing?
Yeah, what do you mean? What is she gonna be doing? Anything?
I mean,
Whatever she was doing during that 25 years.
Yeah,
True,
anything.
true.
This is gonna be a really good series that they'll be able to do at least 3 films with. And I expect it to be even better. And I expect to see Miss Marvel in this series, Kamala Khan, and I expect to see Spectrum in this series at some point.
So, do you think Miss Marvel's is gonna be the apprentice? Like, she's gonna take her under like Kara's gonna take her under her wing. Or what? How do you see this playing out as far as?
I think they're gonna do something like she gets inspired. Well, in the comic book, she gets inspired by Miss Marvel, and that's what makes her want to take the name. So I can imagine them doing something like that. That'll be really exciting. All right, so we all love that movie. So this movie, you can't talk about this movie without talking about Avengers Endgame, because that's what comes up next. So I just want to get some people's theories or predictions for Avengers Endgame, in case we don't all talk before the next review. So we'll start with Reese. What are you looking forward to in Endgame? Do you have any predictions, any things that you would like to see, etc.?
I would like to see Captain Marvel and Valkyrie, I don't know, be in love or do something, like be in a scene together. I want to see Valkyrie she's going to be in it, right? I believe she's going to be
I
in.
think she's going to be in it. Let me see. I'm about to look it up. I hope she's in it.
My feelings will be really hurt if she's not in that movie.
You're telling me Tessa May might be in this? I can't.
So I want to see them together.
Okay. Do you have any predictions on how they're going to win or how it's going to end?
No, I don't have any predictions. I used all my predictions on The Gifted. So
now
because you're so right, you don't want to chance it.
Now she's bragging.
No,
you 100%, so you don't want to chance it. Okay.
I used all my power on The Gifted. I have to reload it. I'm not ready right now.
Oh, look at this stuff. They got a Valkyrie action figure, doll.
What?
And she got braids.
Steph, don't you have a niece? Do you have a niece or you have?
I have a nephew.
Oh, nephew. Okay, no, yeah. I mean,
this is dope. Look at this.
It's dope as shit, though. Brandon sharing the screen with everybody.
Look at this. You see it?
Oh.
You don't see it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I need this.
That's dope.
That is so cute.
I don't see it in it. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's a Valkyrie figure.
Yes, I may be getting that. All right. So Steph is looking forward to Valkyrie and her interacting with Reese says. Steph, what are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to one, seeing how Captain Marvel and Ant-Man, not I've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp when I saw that after credit scene, because I was trying to figure out how Ant-Man survived the snap, as if this matters, but I still was like, how did he survive? And I'm like, oh, that's how he survived. And now I'm wondering how he got out of wherever the hell he is, if all the people that can bring him out was snapped. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see them explain how exactly he got out of wherever the hell he was. I'm excited to see Captain Marvel interact with the rest of the Avengers.
Okay. Big Mike, what about you?
I don't think there's one particular thing that I'm excited for. I couldn't be more excited for the whole thing. I think it's going to be obviously the best that we've seen yet. All the hype that's surrounding it. The fact that it could be like a 3.5 hour movie sounds amazing.
Yep.
I'm just looking forward to everything. I don't really have any predictions. I'm trying to go into it with an open mind and not really have any expectations, so I can enjoy the movie as much as I can.
Did anybody mind this being a 2-hour movie? Did anybody mind that?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No. Mm-mm.
I thought it was a little long.
Oh, really?
If Endgame is 3.5 hours, that is more than okay with me.
Oh, without question.
I didn't even know that Captain Marvel was 2 hours. If I'm honest, like I mean,
It didn't feel long.
we
to me.
saw it a little bit later. We saw like a 10:40 showing, so it probably didn't start till 11, and we didn't get out of that theater until like 1:30. But I didn't feel like it was that late at all. Like that movie kind of flew by.
Yeah, we weren't tired. We came back and talked about it. We didn't like. It's not like we were hyped. It was good. It's fine with me. These movies can be long if they want. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, Devin, we looking forward to an Avengers Endgame. Any predictions? Anything?
No, I have none because I don't really care about it. I'm here for the show. I want to be surprised and I want to be into it, so I don't never go in with any expectations.
Mike, I know you have some theories, so I waited for you to go last. So go ahead.
Yeah, I have a few. I think one thing that's highly likely to happen is the Marvel Universe is going to get rewritten, especially even more. I thought that even before the Fox deal was coming through, but now it makes even more sense. I also think that they're baiting us with this Captain America death thing because they just posted a tribute video. Like Marvel would never let them do that if Captain America was going to die. I think they're trying to. Marvel's always trying to mislead. I have a bunch of theories. I mean, we could do a whole episode on my theories alone, but those
And he's been drinking, people. He's been drinking.
I also have been drinking. Since the Fox deal is closing, I have no doubt that they could easily get a post-credit scene in there. Since the Fox deal is closing before the movie shows out, I have no doubt they could get a post-credit scene in there about the Fantastic Four or the X-Men or Doom or something. And I think it makes sense because the first Avengers post-credit scene dealt with the Thanos, and he didn't show up for 16 more movies. So I have no doubt that they could easily tease the next big bad, even if he doesn't show up for a long time. I have a lot of theories. I don't want to bore everybody with every possible combination of thing that I could theorize, but yeah, and as for what I'm excited for, just the experience of seeing this movie. This is like this is my generation's, or this is my Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like I never saw Star Wars in theaters.
I can get behind that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stuff that like when I have kids and stuff, I'll be like, yeah, you weren't there for the Endgame premiere, but it was like,
but I can't.
It was crazy.
Mike,
Listen, I saw
imagine the graphics.
Me and Big Mike were at the Infinity War premiere, and people were cheering and screaming and crying, and it was awesome. And Mike and I were freaking out, and we were hitting each other, like screaming, and that's what I want, and that's what I like about this
that's
stuff.
What you're gonna get.
And you can only get that if you go in the theater on opening weekend. That's the only time you're gonna get that. And I will buy my tickets for that movie the minute they're available.
I think they're already available.
They're not available.
Are you sure?
I would know.
All right. Well, I think that I just want to see who's going to die, honestly. Somebody's going to die.
Somebody's dying.
One of the original Avengers is going to die. And I think it's going to be Iron Man and Captain America. Both of them.
Both.
Both of them. That's my Reese special prediction. No, I don't think I'm going to nail it like she did, but I think they're both going to die. And I'm going to be really sad. Because they're great. Because I didn't see Iron Man once in the Spider-Man Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Not that they would show him. But, I don't know. I'm worried. I see Tony on that plane in that trailer by himself. I'm like, I don't know, Tony. Last thing. Who do you think is going to kill Thanos? You think it's going to be a team effort, or do you think one person's going to do it?
Probably a team effort. It's probably going to be a team effort because I don't know how they would, I feel like people are so attached to their individual characters that they can't really, it'd be hard. I mean, if anyone, I feel like it still should be Thor, but also I wouldn't be upset if Captain Marvel did it just to piss everybody off.
I can tell you who the worst choice is. Hawkeye.
Definitely.
No. Star-Lord.
I hope.
No. Star-Lord is the trash. The trash.
Yeah, Star-Lord is the worst. I don't know, man. Those two are trash. Both of them are trash.
I don't know. I still feel like...
Yeah.
Endgame is worse than Star-Lord.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, Star-Lord.
Oh, my gosh.
No,
they're not
Clint
available.
is redeemable because he has a family.
Yeah, but Hawkeye is so trash if you read the comics.
I'm just saying, he is trash, but he still has a family.
So?
I mean, Star-Lord is trash.
Trump has a family, too.
Oh, and they all going down.
Yeah.
All going down.
That don't mean nothing to me. All right. So, one last thing. We talked about this in the regular show, but the Disney Fox deal went through, and it will be confirmed on March 20th, which is next week. So, as of next week, Marvel will have full access to the Fox characters, the X Men, Fantastic Four, etc., and all the ancillary characters. So, we may get that post-credit scene that Mike wants really, really bad. I'm not there yet, but
I don't think that's happening.
I don't think it's happening either. But you don't never know. They did do Spider-Man before they had the Spider-Man deal, so that was there. That was that. Last thing, Mike, did you see that they're making an animated movie with Batman and Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I saw that. They're also
Here
doing a
for it.
What If series on Disney Plus that was just announced today.
Here for it. I'm
Yeah,
here
that'll
for
be
all
awesome.
this.
I just saw Shredder and Ra's al Ghul talking to each other,
The
and I'm like,
the top comment for the Disney Plus What If series is it was a picture of some one What If comic book where Professor Xavier became Ghost Rider and was cruising down the streets in his flaming wheelchair.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
And the guy
see
was
that.
like, "This has been my wallpaper for years, and I want this to happen so bad, and this is the only time I'm gonna get to see this happen. So they better do it. It's a real thing too. I looked it up. Professor Xavier with a flaming skull, and his wheelchair is on fire, and he's just cruising down the road. It is hilarious.
all right, let's see. Let's before we get out of here, let's check in on what everyone has going on. So, two things, Reese. Tell everybody about what
Our
you got on
favorite
the show. And also, give us an update on how reading the Chris Claremont X Men is going.
I haven't been okay, so my podcast is on a break for the week because I didn't have any internet until today. So
Struggles
I
here.
couldn't read anything because I didn't it's so stupid. I didn't download any of the comic books that I was reading on the Marvel Unlimited app. So I couldn't read anything. So I just had so many problems. Yo, I could live without TV. I cannot live without the internet. Like I didn't have TV or internet. I was like in my bed, like almost crying, like every night, using up I was watching TV on my phone, using my data. It was a problem.
You got Sprint? You got T-Mobile? You got unlimited data?
I had AT&T. I have
Oh,
yeah, I have
no.
unlimited data.
Okay, good, good.
Okay. So
But
what
yeah,
was the
so many
last thing you
problems.
were reading with the Claremont? How far did you get?
Um, what issue am I on? I'm in the 90s somewhere.
You're in the 90s?
Yeah.
Damn, you've been reading a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm on like 92 or something. I just finished the issue that they like where one team left and the other team
Oh yeah.
came back. Is that in the 90s or is that in like in the 80s or something? I forget which issue it is, but where they lose the old team and the new no, there is some I forget. I can't even remember. I have to go back and look because I know one team left. John Proudstar just died.
Okay.
Or did he die earlier?
He died in the first issue.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He died in the first
Don't you
issue.
question the professor?
I'm
don't
pretty
you?
sure he died in the first issue.
Don't
of
you
Giant
question
Size
Black
X-Men.
Google over here? Black
No,
Google.
he didn't die at Giant Size X-Men. I wrote that.
He died pretty soon.
Whatever. He was a dick anyway. He sucked. Yeah, I can't remember, but I'm in the 90s somewhere. They're about to go to space for something.
Oh, he died in episode 94.
Yeah.
Issue.
Okay.
Issue 94.
Okay, so yeah, you're getting there. Dark Phoenix Saga is not too far away. It's like 120 something.
All right.
So you're almost
That's good.
You're almost at that. And what are you gonna do on the show next week?
I quit Black Lightning, so sorry everybody.
Yo, me too. Me too. Me too.
Sorry. They took a break, and I was like, it's just too good for me not watching the show. I heard Lala came back.
Yeah, I was about to
That's
say.
nice.
I heard Lala came back.
Man,
That's nice. They
Oh.
waited too long.
they waited way too long because I missed that man. Yo.
Oh man, I ain't
I'm
watched
done.
it.
So I'll be back for Saved by the Bell. Next week.
Yay!
I can't with that show. I can't. I'll probably watch it because I'm a completist, but I can't. It's been so bad this season. Steph, what's going on in your podcast?
So this week I took a break from the mess to talk about some real mess, which is the finale of Love After Lockup. So Asa from Ratchet Aunties and Uncles recapped with me. We talked about all the couples on there, and we talked about some mess. And yeah, that's what I did this week. I'm continuing in Women History Month with Black women. So next week, Charmaine Maine will be coming
Yeah.
on the show.
Hey, go ahead
To,
and shout
and
Asa
I
out.
just realized that it's the 75th episode, so this is extra special. So I'm excited that it's Charmaine.
Dope. Go ahead and shout
75. How many
Asa out.
episodes you got, Reese?
I don't know. I don't count.
Yeah, look, so you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about it. I just be doing it.
I don't know how many episodes we got either. A lot. All right, so Mike and Big Mike. Big Mike, thank you for coming back.
Thank
on.
you.
Big Mike, are you going to be back for Shazam?
I'll be back whenever you guys will have me.
Hey,
Shazam.
you want to do us?
Oh,
You want to do
oh,
us?
good.
I've
all
got
of
some more
y'all
free
are
time
here.
now.
Yo, all right, Big Mike. All right, they want so this movie's coming out. Have you seen previews for Us?
That'd be
I don't
perfect.
think so.
I'll show you one after we're done.
You haven't seen the
They want me to go watch it. I'll see if you go with me, and we can come on and review with them.
Yay.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Work has slowed down a little bit for me, so I've got a little bit more free time on my hands. So anytime you guys want me on, I'll be around.
Big Mike will be on for Shazam and Us, definitely.
For sure.
Oh,
definitely
good.
show him the preview for Us after this and see what he feels. It's a horror movie. Kind of like,
I hate horror.
yeah, me too. We'll go together.
Oh my god.
Hey, we'll go together and we'll drink a lot during the
Such
movie.
a big old bitch.
Wait a minute. Where are you guys in Maryland?
DC.
Silver
Silver
Spring.
Spring.
Silver Spring.
Oh lordy.
Steph's
Mm.
all the
Where
way.
you're in?
She's in
I'm in Middle
she's
River.
In Middle River.
Where the fuck is
I don't know
that?
where that is.
I don't know
though.
where the fuck that is either.
Middle River's
That's-
in the worst part of Baltimore. It's near Dundalk.
That
Oh,
actually
it's what
is
yeah,
not
that
true.
is terrible.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to Dundalk. People forget about people that live in Dundalk. It's a lost
That's
civilization
why Stephanie
of
got to
Dundalk.
move she got to move up to the east side, to Towson, to a deluxe apartment.
Oh, please. Please.
My favorite show, Universe Nerd by Reese. Reese, I love you. We
I
always
love you
plug you.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, his show's my favorite. Now I'm so mad the gift is going off. What have you decided?
It's
What
done.
I asked you this before, but I totally forgot what you said. Have you decided what you're gonna watch next? Oh yeah, Umbrella Academy,
Cloak and
right?
Yeah.
Yo,
Cloak and
Umbrella
Dagger
Academy
comes
was
back,
so
and then
good.
Umbrella Academy.
Yo, are
Oh,
you gonna
yeah.
watch that
Dagger.
2 hours? That 2 hour premiere? I gotta break it
Yeah.
down. I gotta break
When
it
does
down.
Cloak and Dagger start?
April 4th.
Okay, I got time to catch up. I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes.
It's a deep story. It's just like it's too deep for me sometimes.
First season on Hulu.
You damn right. That's where I watch it
All
at.
right, so I will catch up on that. Have you? Oh, I see. We're going off on tangents. Reese, have you watched Doom Patrol?
No, I don't have that DC app.
Oh, I gotta give you my password.
Password.
Doom Patrol is actually fun. You'll like it.
They have an app on Xbox. Or
Mike,
is
do
it-
they have it on Xbox?
What app?
DC Universe, is that on Xbox?
It's on PlayStation, so it's probably on Xbox. I've been watching it on the Amazon TV. So
Okay, so it
Alright.
might be on Xbox. I watch it on
The
Apple TV.
Expanse. Anytime I hear about Amazon Prime, I mean
Oh yeah, the
Amazon
Expanse
TV.
will be back later. What else we got good? Game of Thrones. Do you watch Game of Thrones, Reese?
Yep.
Damn
See,
right.
we might get Reese.
I'm ready. I'm
might-
ready for April 15th.
we might get
14.
Reese on the review.
I'm down with that because she's my favorite person.
It's
Reese
like
is my favorite
33
person.
days.
get
away.
ready, Heather's coming back. My favorite person
Mike, you're
in the
not gonna
world.
be done by then, so we already know.
Oh,
You gotta hurry up.
You underestimate my power when it comes to.
He sound like R. Kelly.
Heather
Why was he
and
doing the R. Kelly voice? Why are you doing it, Mike?
Yeah,
I
why
thought
are you doing the R. Kelly?
That was my Anakin voice. First
no,
of all,
sir.
my
R. Kelly
Anakin
voice. We just did an episode. You just had the R. Kelly voice. You heard it.
R. Kelly's worse than Anakin, by the way. That's pretty
Definitely.
bad.
Anakin.
It's pretty bad. All right, so we've been rambling on, but thank you everybody for listening. Go see Captain Marvel. It's definitely worth seeing. Subscribe to the Introverted Nerd Watches podcast. Subscribe to Mocha Minutes podcast. Subscribe to our podcast. They're all on iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher, all those places. And our new podcast with me and Old Man Wade, the Comic Book History 101. Go listen to that. We actually did a history on Captain Marvel. So if you want to learn more about the characters and what you saw in the movie, go check that out. You should enjoy it. Give us some feedback. Let us know how we did. Until next time, we'll be back soon. Rashani will be back for more movie reviews, so check out those. We're going to do that terrible Greta movie and some other movies. So
Oh no.
we'll be back soon. Thank you for listening. Did you see